Hello, YouTube viewers. If anybody out there can help me out with this, it would be a blessing to me. I need to know what I can do about this current situation. I live at a homeless shelter in Walla Walla, Washington. And, well, my grievance is that I have people here at the homeless shelter who I used to work with at Papa John's Pizza in Clarksville, Georgia, which is really far away from here. And these people are here gaslighting me as other people from Papa John's, the management and their children, basically. The boss's name was Brian. His son's name was Ryan. His wife's name was Rachel. And right now I have Ryan's best friend is here with another girl who says her name is Rachel. And Rachel's telling me that she really likes me. And Ryan's buddy keeps calling me Ryan, saying, "Oh, I'm sorry, I can't remember what your name is. I don't mean to do that." But he keeps calling me Ryan, and he's doing it on purpose. Ryan used to sleep in the cooler with a sleeping bag all the time. See my breath? That's why. That's why, because they knew they were gonna manipulate me into coming to here, and that they would use this homeless shelter to get in close to me to attack my life. That's why I had such a problem working with them at Papa John's. They were always doing shady stuff, doubling my orders, having other people deliver the pizza like right before me, or weird stuff. You know, sometimes just having me take fake deliveries. I think they even had a strobe light. When you turn the light on, the Papa's Pizza light. When you turn the light on, the internet freaking orders a damn pizza to an address. Just, a regular cheese pizza or a beef pizza. And then one day I took that light bulb out of the chip and all, of course, out of the freaking Papa John's lamp, and I put it in my turn signal to make my turn signal work so I could deliver pizza. And all of a sudden, that day, we have I get back from a run, I got 8, orders for just a pizza with beef, cheese pizza, pizza pepperoni, pizza olives, pizza, just all of them like that. Just a plain pizza with one ingredient, and it was because I freaking used it for a turn signal. And every time I had to make a turn, there goes click, 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 click. There's 4 orders for pizzas that just ordered in off of the internet. I know it sounds crazy, but that is what it is. That is what it was. And, these people are here now. It's not just this one attack. People have been doing this stuff to me my whole life. People that I think are like my best friends or my significant other even. They tried to do me the same way they did my parents. They murdered my parents and they stole me. And I was so young they were able to assimilate me to the point where I didn't quite realize what happened. And that's what they were going to do. They're going to steal my identity. Whatever trouble Ryan's in, he must be trying to get out of it by stealing my identity. Or at least maybe he's getting paid to help do it. Because it was a system. They planned on doing this to me since I was 3 years old. When they killed my parents and kidnapped me, they made everything in my life a lie so that when they set me up in the future with my own mother's DNA to frame me, by the way, that I would look like a crazy person. Because the person I say is my mother is not my mother. And all the people I say I know, DNA test says, no, you're not telling the truth. That's not what it is. And the truth is that they all knew that all along. They just deceived me on that high of a level. And she abandoned me just when I was only maybe I wasn't even 8 yet. She abandoned me. Maybe I was 6 or something. I almost starved. I was there home alone for like a week. There was no food when they left. And of course, I think I was trying to eat pepper. I was so hungry I was trying to eat pepper from the pepper jar because there was no food. And I always had people, like my fiance's guy. Of course, it wasn't really a fiance. It was all a lie. They all freaking been playing these. It's a whole society of them. It happened ever since they murdered JFK. They came up with some kind of freaking brain chip that lets them freaking communicate with each other. And it also lets them freaking plunder and plunge through your brain without you even being aware. Looking at your memories and stuff. Judging you on things that you have no idea they know about. That's why they murdered him, because they just seen it and they decided that they could have power if they kept it for themselves and used it over the rest of us. Bless their family members and friends with it, but curse their enemies by stealing their identity to get their asses out of fucking trouble for shit. You kill somebody, you could just directly try to take over their identity, but they have a whole system set up where they shift it around. They give your identity to a freaking illegal immigrant. He comes in, his face matches a murder victim, somebody that died. How it all started? Because this dude wasn't going to get in trouble. Because he's this guy's son. This guy who has one of those things that we got, where we can read your mind and stuff. And you have to be close enough to you to do it. And if you think of a lie, if you imagine a lie instead of the truth, they'll believe the lie because they're so used to reading your mind and you being so dumb about what's going on that if you make up something fiction in your brain, they'll believe it. Lee Harvey Oswald was here. He was from Walla Walla. That hotel downtown is the library building he took the shot from. It's just a photo of it. That's not Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. It's Walla Walla, Washington. They kidnapped him and took him there and put him on trial, but they shot him because they knew, obviously, he was going to say something about it. Just like that cop from New York tried to kidnap me. They made up this whole story about this Luigi Marigione guy. The only reason they say he might have had a 3D printed gun was because a few months ago, or maybe last summer, I had this piece of plastic that was really weird and had all this, like, Illuminati stuff drawn all over it. And it felt like it was doing weird stuff, and I didn't know how to handle it. So I took it to the police. And I was like, hey, I don't know what to do with this, you guys. I just want to get rid of it. Can you get rid of it for me? And they said, yeah. But he said, what do you think it is? And I said, I don't know. I think maybe it was something that was 3D printed. Now, if you take that conversation with that cop, and you put it into the context of this case with this Luigi Marigione dude, then doesn't it all of a sudden sound like we have a confession of a fucking 3D printed gun? And they just let a prisoner out recently. The guy freaking spent all his time here. I guess he had like a 72-hour window. And he spent every minute of it that he could trying to get close enough to me where he could freaking stick me with a prison shiv. Why? So they could use the video footage from the common room here at the homeless shelter and his face with facial recognition technology of him being an inmate, and, of course, replacing me with Luigi Marigione, which probably means some part of my face matches his face when it comes to facial recognition technology. Not the hair, they gave him a bunch of little curls. But he's not even a real thing. He's pled not guilty. He pled not guilty so they could say he went to prison and he was murdered by a gang member inmate in prison. This shelter is technically on the prison grounds according to Google Maps.